gamers, we got some news to talk about. We just got the biggest all-time spin-off trailers ever. Sonic Racing CrossWorlds, dude. This is about to be the biggest Sonic spin-off title to ever release in the franchise. And that's not only because Sonic Riders and Extreme Gear is coming back. Shit, the Hawk is back, boys. And not to mention, we have Secret Rings coming back in stages. We have Transform Formula coming back as well in gameplay. Guys, there is so much to get into in this video. We're going to get into all to it right now. We're going to get into all the details. Everything that you need to know about Sonic Racing CrossWorlds is happening in this video. So if you don't want to miss out on anything Racing CrossWorlds or miss out on any news regarding Sonic and Nintendo content, make sure you subscribe right now so you don't miss a single video or when I go live for a live stream, playing games, or discussing whatever on this channel. All of it's happening here, and if you happen to like a little something out of this video that happens, make sure you leave a like down below and comment down below your guys' thoughts, what you guys think about Sonic Racing CrossWorlds as well. Anyways, guys, that being said, shut up, jumping straight into this. No slapping, no dicing around. It's time. Racing CrossWorlds time. Here we go. So before we dive back into the announcement trailer that we got the other day at the State of Play for Racing CrossWorlds, IGN has actually uploaded a gameplay preview video showcasing all the new gameplay for the Racing CrossWorlds. So we're gonna watch that and dive into that first, and then we're gonna watch it all the way through, of course, and then we're gonna go in bit by bit and dig out the frames piece by piece to see what we miss out and break it down for you guys. Let's go ahead and watch through this right now, though. I've already seen a bit of this though, so this is not too much of a surprise for me, but let's watch this and see what they got. So I've already seen this. Dude, that cuts the car clean off. That's crazy, dude. That's insane, bro. And then the crossworld element. So you pick a lane, and it just takes, bro, Sonic Team taking advantage of the SSD. That's crazy. That's awesome. I love to see that. I'm a little bit of a tech wizard if you can't tell. Also, the trick system goes crazy, dude. Oh, the King Boom Boom. That's the blue shell monster truck. So it's like a caboose ability. Okay, so yeah. Okay, in the lava world, this doesn't really look like the Lost World level, because that's what me and a couple of friends were talking about. Okay, a modifier. So can you set those modifiers, or are they randomized? Dude, that's okay. So it looks like one of those challenge gates, honestly. So there's different paths each time. That's nice, awesome.
Replacing it with a steep half-pipe ramp that allows players to perform as many air tricks as possible to gain a considerable...
Like Sonic Riders, dude! Dude. Oh, that's big. So the trick system is basically Riders. I love that. Dude, the trick system has actually evolved. That's insane, dude.
Every ability costs anywhere from 1 to 3 slots, and your panel to install them consists of 2 rows of 3 for a maximum of 6 slots.
Oh, geez, 6? Wait, 6 item slots?
For a maximum of from 1 to 3 slots.
Wait.
And your panel
or it's the gadgets.
Consists of 2 rows of 3.
Yeah, the gadgets is 6 slots. That's insane. So it really is RPG elements. That's crazy. Alright, so the King Boom Boo is basically the blue shell of this. If you guys look, there's already like a manual online for the online playtest where you can see all the different items that you're going to be able to use throughout Racing CrossWorlds. I believe that's all of them that they're going to be utilizing in the online playtest. Yeah, I think that is all the items. And one of those items is the King Boom Boom, which basically acts like a blue shell and attacks the player in first place, which looks absolutely brutal, by the way. Okay, so for what I'm gathering right now, when you go into different, so the leader's gonna be able to choose which world to go into on the second lap, I believe, for the race. So when they go into the second lap, the leader's gonna be able to pick and choose which course they want to go into. So for instance, you can have Bingo Highway or this lava area, which I believe this lava area isn't from Lost World. It doesn't look like it's from Lost World. It looks like it's kind of like a fully original one. I may be wrong though, so let me know in the comments down below about which game you guys think this stage is from, or if it's fully original or not. But it looks like whenever one of these symbols is up here above one of the portal rings, it looks like that is a modifier that will change like how the level behaves. Hence how we get these purple rings that we have to go into and boost in. So that's pretty cool detail. Like each one you go into has different elements to it. And like she said, they also, every time you go into a different crossworld, there's different level layouts each time you go into those levels for a race, which is awesome. Different level layouts that are randomized each time, which is, at least I think that's what I've gathered from. I might be incorrect, but at least that's from what I've heard. That is amazing, and that it's always something fresh every time you go into that track. That is awesome attention to detail. And dude, the freaking the tricks right here, dude, the fact they take advantage of these pikes right here, dude, freaking amazing, dude. Oh my gosh, dude, it's just Riders. It's Riders mechanics, but for cars and the Extreme Gear. That's awesome. That is so genius. I love that. It's like an epic big boost. Oh, dude, I want to go back and see that again, dude. The trick system in this is gonna be absolutely insane, dude. Man, I want to get my hands on this so badly, guys. I really want to play this next weekend, dude. Like, dude, the trick system is going to be really, really insane. If this is on par with Riders, oh, then they're cooking. Like, we're so back, bro. We're so back.
CrossWorlds is also hiding shortcuts around the map, as well as shortcut rings that activate on the final lap that would temporarily send me to another world.
That is amazing. The fact that there's extra bonus areas, secret bonus areas you can go into during a race is awesome. Like, they're really taking advantage of the crossworld element and leaping from one world to another, especially in shortcuts, which is amazing, by the way. That is awesome. And I see one of them right there. I see that one shortcut right there. That's one of them in the distance right there. I can already see it. So I can't really tell what that area is, but you can see there's going to be different areas you're going to be able to hop into to try and take advantage of the lead. And that is awesome. That is incredible, dude. This is literally everything I wanted, like everything I was expecting out of like when they said CrossWorlds in the title. Like them really taking advantage from leaping from one world to the next across different tracks, and they're actually different level layouts each time. That is amazing. Alright, so we got the starting line here, and of course all these different levels like Ocean View and like the just some of the other levels, like they have like some of the levels that got carried over from racing from Transform Team Sonic Racing have entirely different new level layouts. So it's not copy and paste, because I think I don't think Team Sonic Racing's Ocean View was, but Ocean View entirely new level layouts. Like they're actually not copy and pasting it, which I love. It's entirely original. I hope Sky Road is the same too. I hope that one is a fully original level layout as well, because I feel like for the CrossWorlds element, you're definitely gonna need a fully original level layout to implement, like with the different like each different layouts for when you go to one portal and then to the next for each lap. So I hope that I think they will. From what I'm hearing, new level layouts for each new stage that's coming back, which is great. And not to mention while retaining the entire level aesthetic too, which is amazing. Like Song Team is cooking out here. It's amazing how they're pumping out all these games all at once. Like the fact that we went from Sonic X Shadow Generations just a couple months ago to this is insane, by the way. Okay, so the rain portal isn't there anymore, so it shows up from time to time, I think, because we didn't see it before there. Yeah, so I think it'll only show up at certain times, it looks like. Yep, so on this turn, yeah, you can see the rain portal is here this time around. So it's, I think, right? I think so. Yeah, because that's different. Yeah, that's different. So it has to be only certain times that the rain portal actually shows up, which is interesting. You actually have to pay attention. I think that's what it looks like. I think that's what it looks like. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So it definitely shows up only from time to time. That is an awesome detail right there, dude. So you can't just always take that shortcut every time. I love that. Alright, so the slime is like a blooper ability. So like it covers your. It doesn't really do a good job of covering your vision though. I'm starting to notice that like it's kind of like a cheap kind of layout instead of like all like kind of like in different spots sporadically across the screen. It's just 3 designated spots that cover up your screen, which kind of seems a little lazy to me. But yeah, the gameplay. Looking at the gameplay though, like the trick system. Look, I still can't get over the trick system, dude. The trick system looks absolutely crazy, dude. Insane. I'm really looking forward to trying that out for myself, dude. Next weekend or whenever the game releases, dude. That's gonna be so much fun to experiment with. Dude, the graphics here are insane. By the way, I haven't mentioned that yet, but they really cooked with Unreal Engine. This is absolutely insane. So the King Boom Boo, I think she's in second place right now. It didn't really go dead head on for her this time. So like the first time around when we saw the King Boom Boo, it did a direct hit onto the player. Here it just created a bunch of tornadoes he had to avoid. So it looks like it's not like immediate dead-on hit every time for the King Boom. Yeah, I guess that's interesting. That's interesting. And the monster truck is like the caboose ability. I mentioned that already. It's like basically like if you're like a dead last or like 11th or 10th, you get the monster truck ability. So that's interesting to know. That's good to know. So I just hope that there's a proper balancing with the items too, because you don't want one item to be too OP for each character to use. Which I'm sure that we're gonna find out how balanced these items are during the online playtest, and then they'll balance those out for the actual full launch of the game. But like some of these items, I am kind of worried about, because like I mean the monster truck obviously is kind of like the bullet bill in a way. I would consider it to be like the bullet bill in this case, for racing CrossWorlds. We also have gun soldiers right there. We have gun mech soldiers right there as well on the track. That's awesome. I love to see that as part of the set pieces. Whenever the red star rings are going to be served as an in-game currency in the game, they have to use to buy things with, like to buy like new items with. Maybe there's going to be like a gear shop in the game you have to buy items with, because I did mention that before in my live stream that there might be an in-store there might be like an in-game shop where you can use like in-game currency you earn in the games, like during races, to like buy new vehicles, buy new decor, buy new customization options. and whatnot. So maybe that's what those red star rings are for. I'm not entirely sure. Or maybe it's just purely collectibles at this point. Because honestly, we don't even know what the red star rings do at this point. Yeah, dude, there's alternate paths every time. I love this. Dude, look at that. So this is one of those paths, right? This is one of those paths right here that we've seen earlier. And then this is one of the other water paths. Dude, they actually change every time. I love this. Alternate paths. It keeps you on your toes. You don't just have to memorize the tracks. That is awesome. Different level layouts for each time you pass through one of the stages. This is great. Oh, no, it's Tails in a different vehicle. That's not their color. Okay, yeah. Because we did learn too that you won't be playing. You will be able to drive in other characters' vehicles as well, not just your own designated vehicle for each character. So you can mix and match everything, which is awesome. They also mentioned there's gonna be special item boxes where you can grant you even better items than what you normally could get. At least what I heard. At least a better chance of getting better items. At least that's what I heard. So that's really cool too. So there's gonna be like secret item boxes hidden around the map probably. There's no loop-de-loops though. I mean, I love the turnpikes, but like, bro, there's no loop-de-loops. I want my loop-de-loops at least. I hope there is some more loop-de-loops throughout the courses here. We didn't really get a good look at the starting the main big themed level either. The one that we saw in the beginning of the announcement trailer either. We didn't really get a good look at that one either. But of course, it's really all about just all the levels in general. We didn't even get a look at Dinosaur Jungle either. I really want to see more of Dinosaur Jungle as well. Hi! Since this video hasn't gotten out yet in time the way I wanted it to, they just dropped even more gameplay, official gameplay. So I'm gonna look at that right now before I go into more into the manuals and stuff and all my other thoughts on racing CrossWorlds so far. So I'm gonna look at this gameplay that was revealed, including the boat mode and flight modes, including a look at Water Palace from Sonic Rivals. We actually got to look at it right here, on the gameplay right here. So we get a good look. We get a good look at the stage. It looks really good. I mean, it's highly compressed because it's Twitter footage. So there's a good look at the very highly compressed HUD right here. The highly compressed bit crushed HUD. And we got your very crushed item box up here. You got two different items you can hold on to, which is really good to know. You got your gadgets right. You can see what gadgets you have equipped up here too. So you can see what you have on here, and you can see probably what you could change for next time. And you got your map right here. You got your map right here as well of the track. And then you have your speed and your ring count. So I wonder how many rings are. I think you were able to hold up 200 rings. I can't remember for sure what it said, but yeah, we got your ring count right here. So I wonder how many rings you're gonna be able to hold up at once. Your placing, your laps, and then your speed, which I wonder if it's gonna be in. I wonder if it's gonna be in kilometers or if it's gonna be in miles per hour. And if you hear Sonic here, they're mimicking the Sonic Adventure 2 like ranking points system. Like they're having the characters actually name out like what title you would get after doing a certain amount of tricks in the air, which is awesome. I love that. That is awesome attention to detail. That is awesome. So 100 looks like it's the maximum you can carry right here. Yeah, 100 looks like that is the maximum amount of rings that you can carry in a race. So that's something to keep in mind as well. You can't go up to 200, but it makes sense, right? And that is also definitely kilometers per hour. I'm seeing that fluctuate a lot. That is definitely kilometers per hour, not miles per hour. I kind of wish it was miles per hour, but I'm not going to complain. Not the end of the world or anything. And then we get a good look at the customization garage as well. Sonic's car is called the Speedster Lightning, which is, you know, I mean, it's the title of the car. I don't know what to say. And then you got your Dondapod tickets up here too, which I'm guessing are used to buy more parts and more decals and more things for your cars and stuff. I'm assuming anyway. Oh my gosh, that actually looks sick. Oh my gosh, dude, that looks really cool. Oh my gosh, dude, the amount of the color variety in the paint. That's amazing. That's cool. And then you got the different textures as well. Your different textures. Dude, the textures look great too. The textures look really great as well. Oh, and you can change the seat, bro. I love this. This is awesome. And then you got your horns. You got your boost. You got your boost right here as well. Dude, wait. That's a front for the car? That's a front? What? That looks cool. That looks really cool. That's a front for a car. That looks really sick, dude. And then you got like a custom paint job, so you don't have to follow. You can follow character presets if you want to. You can follow a Zaz preset, Omega preset. I'm guessing this is all the presets we're gonna be getting for the playtest that's coming up this following weekend, bro. Okay, so then we got the sticker. I'm guessing these are like the decals and stuff, like the decals you can put on your car, like a Team Sonic Racing and whatnot. So kind of like that, maybe as well. Yeah, they really went all out with the customization for this, didn't they? They really went like all out with the customization, and I love it. I'm all for it. I'm here for it. This is awesome. This is great. All right, well, back to what I was talking about before. Okay, back to that. So E Stadium is the first one here. It looks like I genuinely forget this guy's name. Oh my gosh, this guy's such a forgettable character. I swear, dude. So it looks like Dandapala from Team Sonic Racing still has an appearance in Racing CrossWorlds, which, by the way, pretty forgettable character. I'm not gonna lie. I honestly thought it was Eggman in disguise, but nope. E Stadium looks like our first big course. This looks like the big main course of Sonic Racing CrossWorlds. Which it's, you know, it's kind of like your Mario Kart Stadium, kind of like your run-of-the-mill, like, you know, themed around the entire game kind of, you know, course, you know.
If you notice over there in the back, you can see there's an image, there's a reference to Sonic for Cheers when it says Chronos Engines or something like that. I'm trying to zoom in the image myself right now and take a look at it, like a good look at it for myself. We see Dampa Engines next to it, but we see a reference to Chronos Island next to that as well. So there's a couple other things here. There's one other thing to that, one other image that looks very, very familiar. I'm not sure exactly what that says, but let me know in the comments down below what that one says, because I'm pretty sure that's another reference as well. But I'm glad there's a bunch of great references to previous games in the series. That's awesome to see. Good stuff.
But then we go into Rainbow Garden, which, by the way, I saw Sam a tweet on Twitter about like one of the posts that Sonic Team made, just wishing everyone a happy Saturday, and in that background looked exactly like this stage, which I'm wondering if this has been this might just be a coincidence though. It might just be a plain old coincidence, nothing special. But if it's not based off any games, I mean, hey, the thought is out there though. Well, that stage looks pretty cool, but we haven't really gotten a better glimpse at that stage at all yet though, so we really have just been looking at the theme stages. And then we have Water Palace, which, mind you, is a level reference to Sonic Rivals 2. So we're getting not only Secret Rings in this, we're getting Sonic Rivals 2 levels in this. So that makes me wonder when they say many more to be announced here, I'm wondering what other games could they possibly go into, because right now we already have Rivals 2, we already have Adventure 2, we already have Heroes. Wonder Museum, people were telling me that Speeder and I were talking about the fact this might be Spagonia, a rooftop run, but I didn't really think that might be that. Maybe it could be I'm not sure if it could be Spagonia rooftop run, because looking at like the aesthetics of the level. But then we also have some elements here from Frontiers as well, which I'm kind of a bit curious about. I'm wondering where we got some Frontiers assets in here. Like, I heard some people online complaining that we're getting assets reused, but no, I find it interesting that we have some assets from the Starfall Islands here, which is kind of a little suspicious here. I wonder if there's more to this level than meets the eye, so we actually get to have a good glimpse at it.
Okay, so crazy editor's note real quick. This is gonna sound insane as a theory, but this title of the stage is Wonder Museum, right? So what if this is just a museum full of artifacts and different objects from across like the games that they've grabbed from different like moments in history from Sonic's, like places that Sonic has been, so like Chronos Island. They've grabbed stuff from Starfall Islands, or even things from like the Planet Wisps incident and all that. Just a crazy thought. I don't even know. This is probably just a dumb thought. I just want to put this in here just to say it, but you know, it's just a theory, folks. It's just a theory.
And of course we have Ocean View right here. We have this little like kind of like sideways loop-to-loop turnpike right here, which looks really, really good, by the way. And of course Metal Harbor. So we have everything from like different amounts of like different stages and whatnot. But that's not all though. We have even more stages. This is like the main stage. It says right here there's main tracks and there's CrossWorld tracks, which makes me a little bit worried about, are we not going to be able to mix and match which tracks we start on and which tracks we go on for CrossWorlds? I mean, obviously we won't be able to mix and match it because it's randomized each time, but I would have liked to start out on one of these tracks too, instead of just having them only set aside as CrossWorlds. I wish that wasn't a limitation, but I guess designer's choice. It just would have been cool to start on Kraken Bay or start on Dinosaur Jungle. I just wish that was a thing. Maybe that will still be a thing once the game releases. There might be an extra mode where you can mix and match any track you want. But we'll have to see what happens. Only time will tell. But as for the CrossWorlds, we got like Roulette Road right here, which is Bingo Highway. Straight from Team Sonic Racing, by the way. I might not exactly straight from Team Sonic Racing, but like based off of, like, it looks like the aesthetics are based around like what we saw from Team Sonic Racing, but with a different level layout, which is really cool, really cool. And then Dinosaur Jungle, Secret Reigns, dude. The fact that Secret Reigns is good, I still can't believe we live in a timeline where they bring back Secret Reigns and Kingdom Valley. Like, bro, what is going on with Sonic Team right now? They didn't crack or something? Like, I honestly don't get it, bro. I honestly genuinely don't get it. Although that dinosaur looks really freaking high quality. Like, oh my gosh, they cook him with the graphics here. And then Kraken Bay, again, these models. Dude, the models on the characters look so freaking good. And the ghosts have never looked better either. Like, it looks like ripped straight out of Sonic Adventure 2, but HDified. And I love that. That is awesome. And then Lava Cave, again, I don't know what stage this is. I don't think it's Lost World. I think it might just be its own original stage or something from like a planet in colors that we never even saw or something. It might be like a different planet that we never even saw in colors or something, because it kind of gives me vibes of that. But I'm not entirely sure. It might just be original stage. I might be overthinking it, but who knows? We'll have to find out. Again, let me know you guys' thoughts in the comments below. What you guys think some of these stages that we don't know too much about might possibly be. So let me know in the comments down below. And then Sky Road coming back from Team Sonic Racing, which is awesome, by the way. Except we don't really see any Spagonia down there, which is kind of a shame. Kind of a bit of a shame. I wish we saw. I guess we're just completely in the sky at this point. Basically, just a plain old Rainbow Road, except we're not in space. We're just in the atmosphere. And then here's your roster as well for the game as well. We don't have everyone yet. Many more to be announced. So I'm wondering like what other characters are gonna be. But choose from over 23 characters. So far we have Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, Shadow, Cream and Cheese, Dr. Eggman, Omega, and Zaz. So that'd be 9 characters we can play as in the closed network test. So yeah, we have all these different characters that we can choose from, along with the top of the other characters that we might possibly get later on. Of course, Sage was one of them. We saw that Sage was one of the characters. Jet the Hawk was one. So let's fill up the roster. Let's fill up the roster real quick. Actually, let's fill it up real quick. Let's go ahead and look back and see if we can fill up as much as we can. So we have 9 characters officially revealed on the Sega website, right? For the actual website for the game. So if we were to look back on the trailer, we can see that we have Metal, 10, and then we have Jet, 11, Sage, 12, Vector, 13. So we have 13 characters so far filled up. I know it seems small now, but just you wait. This is just the tip of the iceberg. Okay, so after doing some calculation, the entire roster has already been revealed for the game. I'm not even kidding. If you were to count all the characters in this trailer, like count each and every one of them, I'm not even kidding. You can even see Silver in his little snippet right here on the edge of the screen here during the announcer trailer. You can see a little snippet of him. So counting him, counting all the characters here, and then counting all the characters on the side screens over here, you got your entire roster literally in the first 10 seconds of the announcement trailer. Just say who the characters are, Sega. We already know. Just say it. Just say it. It's not going to be any surprise. Just say it. So yeah, it says over 23 characters though. So there might be some extra ones that we don't know about yet. So there might be more characters that we don't know about yet. But as for the 23 characters, we know who they are. We know who the entire roster is. It's been revealed at this. You got Sage, you got Silver, you got Blaze, you got Wave, you got Storm. Basically, you got a whole Babylon Rogues. You're welcome. Babylon Rogues are back, pretty much. And then 45 different vehicles. We've already seen a few of those different vehicles in the trailer as well. We got Metal's vehicle, which looks absolutely freaking sick, by the way. Metal's vehicle looks probably the coolest out of all of them, although the Giganto one from Sage looks pretty cool as well. Giganto looks pretty sick as well, I'm not gonna lie. And then some of the vehicles just carry straight over from Team Sonic Racing, which isn't too bad. And then Eggman's is the Egg Drillster, which is insane, but I wonder how that's going to work with customization too. Are you even going to be able to customize? Maybe Eggman's is a power vehicle. Maybe there might actually be some limitations though with the vehicle customization now. Because now that I think about it, how are you going to combine an Egg Drillster with freaking Sonic's slim tight vehicle? Like, how are you going to combine something with that? And if we look on the Asia website for Sonic Racing CrossWorlds, it says there will be 16 machines will be available in the closed network test. It doesn't say how many are going to be in the final build for the game when it releases, but 16 will at least be available during the beta test. And hopefully, guys, I'll be able to get my hands on it. And guys, I am going to be busy that weekend, but I will do my absolute best to make sure I can get coverage for you guys so you guys don't miss out on any information on that. So make sure you guys sub with notifications so you don't miss out when I go live for that. I will make sure to be there to the best of my ability. I will make sure to be there, guys. Don't worry. It's gonna happen. If I get invited, though. Let's not reach too far. If I get invited. Now, just because we have these 23 characters, and that might just be our full roster, does not mean that they could expand it with DLC, because they did release some DLC also for games like Sonic Racing Transformed. So, there could also be some extra DLC that might not be related to Sonic for this game. Because if you look at this description, transporting the iconic characters from the Sonic and Sega universes. I know a lot of people have been saying, oh, well, it's just, different worlds, like the Rainbow Green, just a little Easter eggs here and there. No, I think they might lean into the Sega crossover element as well in this. I mean, hey, man, Agent Stone, just saying, man, I'm just saying, that is bound to print Benjamin Franklin's. I'm just saying, bro. bound to print them. Although if they do Sega universes, they also could collab with their new upcoming remakes they have coming up. Like with Shinobi, they have the Shinobi remake that was also announced during this State of Play. They could have a Shinobi crossover in Sonic Racing CrossWorlds, or whenever we hear about the Crazy Taxi crossover, they could have BD Joe or Axel come over here and have like a Crazy Taxi world being Sonic Racing CrossWorlds as DLC. That'd be pretty cool as well. I just hope that there isn't no microtransactions and they don't monetize the living heck out of this game. I just want viable one-time DLC purchases, no monetization, no microtransactions. Please, Sega, I'm begging you, don't go down that road. The road? 23 racers at launch and a ton more on the way. So yeah, there's gonna be additional DLC characters. Hopefully it's not gonna be monetized like microtransactions, or like they're gonna do it. Hopefully they don't do it like multiverses either, but hopefully it's just one-time DLC purchases. So 24 main tracks and then 15 crossroads. I mean, hey man, they could also do, if they do Secret Rings, they could also do Black Knight too. I'm just saying, they could do some Black Knight stages as well. That'd be pretty sick as well. We could actually go through the castle. I'm just saying, bro, a track where we could actually drive through Camelot would actually be freaking insane. I'm just saying, bro. So we got 23 different power-up items. I think we get to see some of them in the online manual for the online network test, which we're going to look at in just a second here. Mix and match characters, so you can mix and match everything, which is exactly what I want. That's amazing. All right, here we go. This is what I want to see here. Let's take a look here. Enjoy 3 main modes played with 1 to 4 players locally or up to 12 players online. So no 24-player races, but that's still great though that we're getting online races and we got 3 main modes: Grand Prix, Race Park, and Time Attack. I wonder if Race Park is that supposed adventure mode that they were talking about in the IGN video. They didn't say there was a story mode or adventure mode or anything in it. It was not confirmed. But if it is that, I wouldn't be surprised that it's called that, just to disguise what it is. But if I'm wondering if there's no adventure mode in this, what could that race park be if it is not an adventure mode? I'm wondering maybe it could be like a hub world, like everyone else is speculating also for Mario Kart 9. Maybe there's a big hub world too you could go to and travel to different worlds with too. Man, the speculation here is insane here. And this is a big W right here for those who are concerned about being able to play with your friends from being on a PlayStation or an Xbox or a Switch. Boy, do I have good news for you. Gather friends and compete against a community of players from around the world with online crossplay. Y'all freaking know we're doing too many streams of this when it releases. Y'all freaking know. Online crossplay. W, bro, awesome. Glad they're going the extra mile to do the back net code. Actually, it's technically called rollback net code. Technically, that's actually what it's called. Actually, challenges in frenzy mode. I'm not sure exactly what those are. Maybe that's like the modifiers. You can try those in separate modes as well, like the modifiers that you do in the middle of races as well, like we saw during the gameplay. Maybe we can do those in challenge modes. So that'd be pretty cool. And guys, look at the vehicle customization here. That's literally Shadow's front vehicle. Actually, no, that's literally Shadow's vehicle, but in freaking silver paint job. Like, that looks actually raw. I want that as a car, bro. But yeah, look at the 3 different segments you can adjust. You can adjust the interior, you can adjust like the middle, the back, the front, the tires. Like the customization here has actually like leveled up. Like, that is insane. Like, the amount of detail that going into this is insane. And then the big thing here as well, I'm gonna make a video coming out later in the week about this topic as well. But online matches, we got world matches here. Rise through the ranks. Ranks ranging from E to A in the very best legend ranks. Like, guys, this might be Sonic's big chance to jump into the competitive scene for Sonic, like just the Sonic series in general. I don't want to talk about too much of it now because I want to talk about it for a separate video, which might not be too long. But I like, guys, the insanity here. Like, we got the different ranking systems here. They have a full-on leaderboard and ranking system already planned out and ready to go for launch. Like, that is insane with world matches. Guys, just think of the tournaments and the amount of like online competitive matchmaking that they could do with this. They could actually do like a full-on leaderboard, or they could do like a comp mode or something like that along the lines of like Rocket League. Like, guys, think that could be huge for the Sonic series. I'm just saying, but I'm gonna talk about more of that in a future video. But that would be insane. Oh my gosh, guys, look at the amount of insane customization here. Like, look at that. Look at that, dude. Like, that is insane, dude. And then right here is like really where the RPG elements also come in line with the gadgets right here. So you have up to like 6. Yeah, okay, I see now. So you have up to 6 gadget slots on your gadget roulette, and the numbers on top here like indicate how many slots it's going to take up, which is really cool. And I guess you unlock more. Like, I guess those are locked right now because you have to unlock them more as you continue to play. And you have up to 5 different presets that you can choose from for your gadget customization too, which is great. Different presets different amounts of gadgets. There's also detailed what all the gadgets, each of the gadgets are also for the online playtest manual as well. Also want to clarify that it's a great idea that they're doing a closed network test anyway right now, because if y'all remember how the online was at launch for Team Sonic Racing, not that I was there for it, but it was terrible either way, because I saw how terrible it was by watching everyone else play it. It's good they're doing this closed network test so they can kink out all the bugs and issues that are like messing up the online right now, so that way it's perfect at launch, because this game needs to be a success, because I would love to see Sega really take it the racing scene seriously. I would love to see them really go full on in with like the competitive scene and going on into world rankings and matches and stuff. I want to see people still playing this 3 years after launch. I want to see the lobby still full. I want to see like a full-on Sonic spin-off that people are actually still playing, because we haven't had a Sonic spin-off game that actually has like stuck and landed since like Transformed. So I really hope that this online playtest is able to allow them to test and try to experiment with like what the issues are, and actually like make a stable online with like good like full lobbies, stable lobbies, good servers, and make sure that they can make this the best online multiplayer Sonic game that there's ever been. I mean, like, they really need to knock it out of the park with this one. So here are like the standard controls for the game. So this is the controls that they have set for this game, which you can accelerate using the X button, which I don't really like. I don't really like how the standard controls are for this. I mean, like, you have your item and your drift on L1 and R2. You have your review mirrors. You have your brake and reverse. You have your gadget button. However, for those who are like me, who like to accelerate using the right trigger, they do have another control scheme that is akin to Team Sonic Racing, which is good. That is awesome. I love to see that. That is great. No R3 or L3 buttons though. No R3, L3 buttons, but you can still accelerate using the right trigger, which is awesome. I love that. They're using the controls that I personally would like to use instead of using, you know, because guys, X on accelerate, that's great for, you know, Mario Kart, you know, and all that, but like, nah, for me, I feel like it makes more sense to actually pedal on the metal with your freaking DualSense controller rather than, you know, pressing your freaking X button. Like, this is just awkward. Like, this is just awkward for me. Like, why not actually use like the thing that actually feels like a pedal? You know what I'm saying? Like, why not? There's no sense to me. And then we have your details on like the CrossWorlds element, and then we have like the drift, the air tricks as well, and we'll see a bit of Radical Highway in there. So Radical Highway confirmed stage as well. That's good. That's good to know. Good to know. And then the water charge jump they were talking about in the video as well. That's right here as well. You can get some extra air tricks in there as well. A little bit of more boosts. And then the reins right here. It looks like they're borrowing the coin mechanic from Mario Kart. So the more reins you get, the faster you'll be able to go and accelerate. So that's good to know. Good to know. And then the full list of items here as well. Let's take a look here. So we got like your boost, your triple boost. So like your mushrooms. You got your mushrooms here. I kind of find it funny that there's a king yacker, and then the laser ability, transform into a laser, moves at high speeds towards the machine ahead. I'm guessing the laser is treated like a slingshot. I guess you can slingshot up towards the head of the pack, I guess, or you can bounce, or you might be able to use it to also ricochet like in Sonic Colors 2. That'd be pretty cool as well. You got your drill right here as well. You can transform into, so that basically moves automatically towards the finish line.
Keep in mind we saw a quick glance at this the announcer trailer, but I still don't have enough information yet to really like understand what it means by really like zap up to the finish line.
The monster truck is basically like the caboose. Like if you're the caboose of the pack, you could use it to really make your way up into the ranks, into like 6th or 5th place. We get your way back up there, so you can actually get back into the race. So that's really interesting. It's basically like the bullet bill, if you will, of Sonic Racing CrossWorlds, essentially. And then, oh gosh, Oma Chow, good grief. At least Oma Chow actually helps here. I mean, he's still a demon. I still have every right in my human being essence to call him out as a demon because he is one. Oma Chow creates a path of reins, pick him up to accelerate, so you get really increase your ring count, so you can get some more acceleration into your vehicle. Bonus rain, 100 rains, get extra rains. That's crazy. That must be a really rare one. And then we have your red shells and your green shells. These are basically red shells and green shells, essentially. So you got your single red shell and you got your triple red shell. However, I don't think it surrounds you like like the green shells and red shells do in Mario Kart. So there's no really defending yourself with the green rocket punches and the red homing punches. So unless you have the shield or one of these other abilities, these things ain't gonna protect you from any damage you take. And the slicer looked absolutely brutal in the gameplay. That completely cuts your vehicle in half. Now, thankfully, it's temporarily for like just a few moments. But like, That is absolutely insane, dude. Oh my gosh, brutal ability. I like that one. That's like one of my favorites. And then the bomb, I didn't think we get to see, but I'm guessing it's kind of like the longer, it's kind of like a bomb, it's kind of like a ticking C4. The more you hold it into your hands, the bigger it's going to be, which is really cool. King Boom Boom, which has two different kind of attacks. It was what we saw. One that lands straight on first place and creates a big giant explosion on them, and one that lays an entire path of blue tornadoes that you have to avoid. So there's a couple different attacks that King Boom Blue lays out on you during a race, if you're in first place, that is. And then the slime is the blooper of the Sonic Racing CrossWorlds, reducing speed. I didn't really see it reduce speed. It pretty much just blocks 3 designated spots on the screen, which is kind of makes the slime a weak ability, honestly. I wish there was more randomized spots on the screen. And then your weights, you get to drop them on first and second place players, which is very brutal. Very freaking brutal, bro. That's insane, dude. And then Dark Shell, I feel like this is a good ability to have. Like, I wouldn't consider this to be a bad ability. Dark Shell forcibly grants items to all machines. If a player already has an item, a new one will be selected. Oh, a new one will be selected. Oh, so if you have like a really good item that you're saving up and it gets swapped out at the last second, yeah, that'd be devious. That'd be attract items from far away, get rings of items, and nullify some attacks to the void that will be surrounding your character, I'm guessing. And then the shield, that's basically like putting like a shell behind you in Mario Kart. That's like your kind of like your item for defense for this game, essentially. And notice also, by the way, as we've been going through this, notice how each of these items have a different category for what they fall under. So like the shells, like the punches fall under attack, and the boom falls under attack. And you also have the drill that falls under acceleration. So you can see that RPG element of the game going to work in these different categories. And then that's going to fall under the same thing when we go into the gadgets in a second here. And we also got your tornado, create tornado around the machine to protect against some attacks. We saw that as well. So that's what that Winds of Fury around the I'm not gonna call them Winds of Fury, but that orange wind effect around the vehicle is what that is. That's the tornado effect. Spiked Iron Ball, we saw Knuckles holding that as well, and he was doing that onto the road as a hazard as well. And then the magnet you toss onto the track, and it tracks different vehicles and items, and basically you're stuck there for a minute until the magnet disappears. They had a full-on like brainstorming session at one point in the office about this, and you can tell they were really thinking about how they should innovate on this. And I'm honestly glad that they did, because I rather would not have a rinse and repeat of Team Sonic Racing, and I'm glad they're actually thinking outside the box. And you know, now's a good time to mention this actually. Now's a really good time to mention this actually, because this is a big one. This is actually a big thing as to explain why they are cooking so hard with this. If you can't read this, let me just translate for you. A new racing game in which the Initial D arcade game team is also involved in development. So that pretty much explains why this game is so freaking good. Because if you guys don't know what Initial D is, Initial D, not the arcade game, but Initial D itself is actually an anime that has been around for a very long time now, and it's very beloved by so many people who watch anime. I myself love it. I've seen Initial D. Really great show. You guys should check it out when you get the chance. And there's an arcade game based on the Initial D anime that really captures like the speed and the drifting and like just the feel of like when you watch Initial D. You actually feel it when you're actually driving this arcade game. I've never played it for myself because it's a Japanese exclusive arcade game. The fact that these people are behind the development for this game is insane. So that's how you know they are cooking. They are really cooking with this, and they are not like stepping back from any punches. They are really going all in with this. So I really love that they gained as many hands on deck for this game, because again, the Initial D game is also developed by Sega as well, so it makes sense, right? So we got 3 different gadget types. We got item type gadgets, driving type gadgets, and ring type gadgets. So we've got all these different types of gadgets here. We got the item, so we got these item abilities here. So we got attack item chance up, so it gives you a bigger chance. So we have different gadgets here that give you a better chance of getting specific items, so like attack items, defense items, boost items, and hazard items. So different items that give you a different advantage for each one. So the boost items are going to be the accelerate items that we saw earlier. So there's a better chance to get different items. And then you also have gadgets that also increase your item stock to 3, which kind of seems a little OP. Drift charges feel faster in land form, but the chances of sliding out increases. So there's some different trade-off ones too as well. So I like that. There's some that actually give you good benefits, but you gotta trade off for something else. That's really good too. I hope there's a lot more trade-off gadgets here as well, because that means you have to actually give up something that's good about your vehicle, but you have to give it up in order to get this better unique ability. Perfect drift boost, release as soon as the gauge is filled to boost even faster. Bro, we got timing ones in here, dude. Bro, they are actually cooking with this. Oh my gosh. All right, here's that little Mario Kart zero gravity ability here. Collision boost, collide with a machine to get a boost. You know dang well there's gonna be a lot of people using that gadget. You know there's a lot of people that's gonna be using that. And then slipstream enhancement extends the slipstream range. What does that mean? Is it kind of like with Team Sonic Racing, there's like that path behind? We didn't really see that though in the gameplay though. So what could it mean by slipstream? I'm so curious. Like how far apart like a car is from the one behind them, but they're like in the exact same lane? Is that what that means? I'm so confused. That's interesting. Doubles the rings obtained, holds up to 200 rings. So that's that one screenshot we saw with the gadgets as well, and the manual as well. Get 10 rings from colliding with other machines, halves the number of rings lost when taking damage. They actually like really thought of everything with this, and a couple more ring abilities as well. So they really have a bunch of diversity when it comes to these gadgets, and I'm sure there might be a whole lot more once we get to the actual launch. Because this is, guys, this is just the online playtest manual. This is just the manual for the playtest. So there might be a whole bunch more gadgets and items that we don't even know about yet that are going to probably be revealed in the future. So really excited to see what else they cook up as well for the full release of the game. Before we end the video, I want to go over a couple of additional details that I missed out on when initially recording this video. So first things first, there's a couple of things you need to know about the different editions that are going to be available at launch. First being the standard edition, where it just includes the base game, but then the digital deluxe edition, which includes DLC season pass, which is big. That's going to include multiple different DLCs that are going to come out at different times, so that's great, good to know. So we're going to have those different Sega characters from different franchises, and maybe some additional Sonic characters, so maybe we'll have some IDW characters like I mentioned in my reaction video. And then Sonic Prime playable characters. So that means we're going to have Ninetales, we're going to have all these other additional characters that we saw as well. Maybe a Shadow version, like a Prime version of Shadow as well that's playable. So that'll be really cool to see. And then also early access to the game, which you all know I'm definitely going to be getting that so we can get that early access gameplay going when the game drops. And that's pretty much all there is to the digital deluxe edition. But the big thing though is the Sonic Prime characters and the DLC season pass, because of course we don't know what to expect when it comes to the DLC season pass, but what we can expect is maybe a bit more of that Sega crossover like we've seen in previous Sega racing games, like this previous Sonic and Sega All-Stars racing games. So we might finally see that come to pass later on, not at launch, but maybe like post-launch with the DLC. And as for the Sonic Prime playable characters, no Sonic Prime stages most likely, but the Sonic Prime playable characters, it's great to see that they're still continuing to support the show through the different games and media and whatnot throughout the series, and basically the franchise in general. Even though the show wasn't perceived well, I'm still glad that we're seeing more of that show up, just in general. And there you have it. Pretty much everything you need to know going into the CrossWorlds, or basically also going into the CrossWorlds playtest this coming weekend. This video was supposed to come out earlier than when it actually got uploaded, but I wanted to make sure you guys got everything you need to know and all the info that I could squeeze out of what we have so far, just to make sure that we could stay up to date on everything, and that way I could continue to make future update videos and just more discussion videos talking about CrossWorlds in general. So I hope you guys really did enjoy this video. I did my best to try and give you all the information and accurate stuff that you needed to know about this game. And right now I want to know what your guys' thoughts are on CrossWorlds, because I'm excited, I'm hyped for this game, and I cannot wait for it to drop whenever it comes out later this year. So what do you guys think about CrossWorlds? Do you guys think this is the next big spin-off to finally land amongst general audiences and to really just stay as a mainstay in the spin-off space for the Sonic franchise? And do you think that people are honestly going to stay on board with it 3 years later into its lifespan? Let me know your guys' thoughts on CrossWorlds and everything about it in the comments down below. Let me know what you guys think about some of the things that I gave my opinions on as well. And as always, guys, thank you guys so much for clicking and taking the time to watch this whole video. It really does mean a lot to me that you guys took the time to watch this thing all the way through. If you didn't, what the heck are you doing? And if you guys happen to enjoy a little something out of this video, make sure you guys leave a like down below, as it always helps, and make sure you subscribe as well so you stay up to date on any Sonic and Nintendo content that I make as well. I also stream frequently with Sonic, Nintendo, wherever it may be. I'm also playing through the Star Fox games on live stream, so make sure you stay tuned for that. And with that being said, guys, until next time, I'm going to be praying patiently on my bed, hoping I get into the playtest. And until next time, guys, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.